it's time to talk about your money. Graduation is right around the corner, and both parents and students are all worrying about finding the right internships to get their career on track. So, career expert Dr. Woody is here, and he's going to share some tips for both parents and new grads who are going through all of these new adjustments. We know this is a hard time for you parents, getting ready to be empty nesters. Hard to believe, right? It's that time of year already, but let's talk about one thing I'm really interested in.
Right.
I didn't realize you could get an internship if you weren't in college. Is this something new, or has this been around for a while?
Internships could be open to anybody. There's certainly a movement now of people who are even over 40 to get into internships. And the reality is that you have to remember, an internship is a foot in the door for a college student or for anybody who's looking to make a change in their industry or their job. Because an internship allows you to test drive a career and see if it actually works for you, if you like it. And it's also an inside track to that future job, because most companies will actually hire their interns if you perform well and do well in the job.
Oh, so they'll hire you after you do the internship, so even though you're not getting paid,
absolutely,
it'll lead to a job. Parents at home are probably going, how can I help my college grad find that internship? Because, kids need a little push sometimes.
Well, and for parents out there, one thing I'll say is encourage your kids to remember that it's not just about Facebooking, it's about booking FaceTime. And for those parents out there watching who are children of the boomer generation, they know the value of relationships in making connections and getting ahead. So make sure to nudge your kids in that direction to get off Facebook for a little while, and go out and actually book FaceTime with those boomers who are doing the hiring and connect with them. And as a parent, what I would tell them is go out and encourage them to join a local professional association or a networking group. Nudge them to get out there and get in front of people.
Can social media be a good tool to find an internship, though?
Absolutely, yes it can. So I'm saying you have to balance the two.
Okay.
So we all know that millennials are masters of social media. They know it, and they know it well. But it's not just about posting what you're doing on Facebook, making friends, or talking about trends. You could actually leverage your social network to tap into those people who may have opportunities. And one great tool out there that I've found, it's a Facebook app, is called Career Amp.
Oh.
And that allows you to tap into your friends who may have worked at other places, companies that may be targets for you that you wouldn't realize because you have so many friends on Facebook. How are you going to know what everybody's doing?
So it's not a bad idea to maybe contact someone through Facebook, but then try to set up a lunch or a coffee or something like that.
Absolutely right, yeah. Reach out to them through Facebook and other means, and then make sure that you get that FaceTime to sit with them one-on-one, because people like to engage with you and know what you're about and kind of feel that personal contact, especially if they're engaging boomers.
Now, is it okay to call in favors if you know someone that works for a company that you'd like to get your child an interview at? Is that okay?
Absolutely, yes. And I am a big fan of the Friends and Family Network. We all have more relationships than we realize. So for parents out there, fire up that old cell phone address book, your email contact list, or even if you still have a Rolodex, pull it out and flip through it and think about who are the people I know that may have connections to an industry or job that my college kid may be interested in, and don't be ashamed to reach out and connect them.
Okay, so the people aren't going to be offended if you contact them and ask to help get them a job.
They shouldn't be, because right now the job market's really tough. So there are over 14, 15 million people out of work. So I think everyone's trying to tap into their relationships. So I would say yes, go for it.
Okay.
A great resource is internships.com, because I was on this morning. They have 50,000 internships.
Oh,
I looked on there. Over 50,000 internships available.
Okay.
So there's no excuse to not find one.
No excuses. Thank you, Dr. Woody.